In some ways, The Beast was a dramatic explosion or extension of tabletop role-playing game concepts, where you have game masters, or puppet masters, as we became called because of the movie itself, who are encouraging a collaborative storytelling experience. The premise was very much where we would write a story, we would create all the evidence as if that story had actually taken place. We would place that evidence around the digital and physical world and leave little breadcrumbs to what we call the rabbit hole for people to come in to that world, find those little bits of evidence and discuss them with each other.
This audience, this group of people, is so much smarter than we thought they were. Very first day, surprise! They solved all 6 months of content in about 2 hours. That was the day I installed a bed in my office because I knew I'm not going home ever.
We were really worried because as they first started to sort of form up and there was a lot of discourse, that they were going right at the throat of the story, that they were going to solve the story before we even got started.
I'm Dan Horn. I was one of the volunteer community moderators of the Cloudmakers, the biggest group of players of The Beast.
I'm Lizzie Campbell. I was a member of Cloudmakers and I played the Beast.
The world was constructed in the way that the things that the player community had to figure out, well, they kind of genuinely designed them so that they wouldn't be solved by one person alone.
Our challenge was always to tell a layered story, a story that allowed people to interact at various levels, to dive deep or to barely stick their toe in.
I'd never worked that way in a distributed collective before. I'd barely sort of done more than posting on a forum, so it really was a great way of learning to work as a group and be part of a bigger community.
It's just stupendously wild that there was this concentration at this one moment in time that brought so many people together, and then it was like a chain reaction or some kind of catalyst.
Yeah, I think it definitely altered the course of people's lives.
The Beast was a Magna Carta moment of digital entertainment, of saying, yeah, power is going to be distributed differently now. It's going to diffuse out from the center.
I'm so happy that it is getting this recognition.
Yes, congratulations to the Beast.
I'm a severe dyslexic who had real hard time learning to read and write, and made it through freshman year of college, and that was it. So the idea that I could actually end up with a Peabody was not something I ever saw in my future.
To win a Peabody for this project is extraordinary. I mean, this project and working with this team, these three other amazing people, and the larger team especially, was really formative for my entire career. This is the project where I learned what good storytelling is.
We were a bunch of people from science fiction and games and things that your teachers told you not to do and things that weren't respectable. And I don't think any of us expected to be recognized by the mainstream.
This recognition, is sort of that extra cool dessert that you never expected.
I wrote the very last word that we said to the audience in The Beast, and it was dazzling, wasn't it? And I still feel that way.